watching Color 10 News at 10 in high definition.
Missouri ranks as one of the worst states for nursing home care. Hello once again, everybody. I'm David Oliver. The nonprofit group Families for Better Care rated all 50 states on a scale from A to F. The states in red on this map received an F. There are 11 of them, including Missouri. Tonight, new at 10, Laura Kennedy is live with the response from one Springfield nursing home.
Well, the failing grade shocked many people here in the Ozarks. I spoke with folks here at Quail Creek Nursing Home in Springfield. They said they don't feel that the statewide rating reflects local care. 1 month ago, Terry Duncan made the difficult choice to place her husband Larry in a nursing home. He needs extra help, wheelchair bound now by advancing Parkinson's.
Parkinson's disease is very debilitating in itself, but then in later stages you have the dementia.
She's happy with the care her husband gets at Quail Creek. So when she heard Missouri received a failing grade statewide for nursing home care,
I was very shocked and really surprised at that.
She used the government's 5-star rating system to help choose this facility. It's a nationwide standard you can find at Medicare.gov. Using its 5-star scale, the government ranks 25 nursing homes in Springfield. Of those, only 10 have the highest rating. Jennifer Pike is proud to say her employer is one of those 10.
You try to keep the very highest standards that you can because it's somebody's parent or loved one that's here.
She doesn't feel the statewide failing grade reflects care in this area.
I feel like that's very alarming. I don't think it's indicative of the way that nursing homes are.
But she says studies like this are always a good chance to review policies.
It is an opportunity for everybody to step it up.
And there is always room to improve, especially in hiring more nurses.
Families are happier the more staff that you can provide.
Terry Duncan feels that all the rankings and statistics are important, but she says the most important thing is having nurses who care.
If they've chosen that profession, I hope that they've chosen it because they truly love people and care about what they do. This issue of care in nursing home facilities isn't going away anytime soon. Currently, 1.5 million Americans live in care facilities, and that number is only expected to grow up to as much as 40% in the next decade. Reporting live in Springfield, Laura Kennedy, Color 10 News.
And tonight, comments fill the Color 10 Facebook page about this nursing home study. Join the conversation. You can find us by checking out ozarksfirst.com, then click on the Facebook icon. Be sure to click the like button, too. Many people like, if not love, the weather we're having in the Ozarks right now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner.
Yeah, and I'm one of them. It has just been wonderful out there today. It was great out there this evening. I got my supper. I took it outside here at the station, and I ate it out at the picnic table, enjoying that sunset. Skies are clear out there right now, and temperatures are cooling off quickly. I've been checking some of the numbers. Areas like Salem already in the upper 50s, Rolla at 59 degrees, 61 in West Plains as well as Lake Ozark. So this is where we have our coolest readings, but it's still cool further west as well. 65 in Springfield and Joplin, down to our south in Harrison, 64 degrees, and temperatures are going to continue to drop. Almost ideal conditions for it to get cool, and it will. It looks like for kids heading off to school tomorrow morning, maybe a little too cool. They may need a jacket with temperatures in the mid-50s, about 56 at 7 o'clock. I think we will see an increase in some cloudiness as we work through late morning and into the afternoon, but still just partly cloudy and a really fine afternoon with highs in the 70s. A bit of a warming trend going through the weekend. A look at that coming up.
Jamie, thanks. Flood-damaged homes in Hollister are going to be demolished this week, but so far no federal or state emergency agencies have offered assistance. Our Nathan Vickers reports tonight many families need some help now for things their insurance won't cover.
We weren't the only ones.
Roberta Parks and her daughter are moving into a new house. They have new clothes, and things seem a little better after the flood.
We're starting from fresh. We've got a few things replaced.
But right now, her family still lacks a crucial part of their life.
The only thing that we haven't been able to get help with is to get a different vehicle.
So far, the aid to Hollister has been from local agencies like the Red Cross.
We've worked with the families. We're working with them to address their immediate needs and looking forward into the future for long-term recovery as well.
Insurance should cover the rental homes washed away by the flood, but the city has had to dip into its own savings to cover the public areas damaged by the waters.
The city estimates that it will spend approximately $190,000 to repair flood damage, money that federal or state agencies could replace.
It would be much better for the long-term health of the community if, in fact, we could get some funds from a larger pool.
But even federal and state aid might not help families like the Parks.
I just want to push, getting help for all of the flood victims that have lost their vehicles.
The city says it submitted a preliminary assessment of the damage, but the aid has yet to come. In Hollister, I'm Nathan Vickers.
City leaders are also tonight talking about some ways to perhaps maintain Turkey Creek and also Lake Taneycomo to prevent future flooding. New at 10, 24 people in Springfield want to learn what it's like to be a police officer. Tonight, they began the Citizens Police Academy. Officers teach them about crime scene processing, investigations, defensive tactics, and traffic enforcement. The goal is here to help people get a better understanding of how the police department works.
I work with a lot of low-income, mentally ill people, and there's a stigma associated with, the police, among, that population. And I just wanted to kind of learn more about it from the police themselves so I could, kind of explain that to my clients and, that population in general.
That academy, by the way, lasts one night a week now for the next 11 weeks. Also new at 10 tonight, Arkansas state troopers go low profile to catch lawbreakers. These patrol cars have no light bar on top and are only marked on one side. Troopers say it should make it easier for them to spot drivers committing violations.
We like to say that we have a kind of a force field around our white cars. Everybody does the right thing when you got a white car with blue stripes following you. But we don't see those things a lot of times because of that. And hopefully this will give us just better eyes on the highway, and maybe we'll be able to answer some of the public's needs better.
There are 24 of those new cars spread throughout Arkansas, 2 for every state patrol troop. Missouri ranks among the best now in the nation in terms of protecting the exploited from human sex and labor traffickers. That's according to a new study tonight from a group called the Polaris Project. This state succeeds at punishing the trafficker and protecting and treating the victims. But Missouri still falls short for expunging records for victims who were charged with prostitution. Greene County Prosecutor Dan Patterson says laws enacted in 2011 protect against that from happening now.
Well, actually, part of the victim's rights in this case is if a person is coerced into that sort of situation, it provides an affirmative defense to the charge of prostitution. And of course, it's those kinds of arrests that may lead to a larger investigation that uncover these types of trafficking rings where we really want to put our prosecution effort.
Dan Patterson also says the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Missouri has a human trafficking rescue project that is one of the most effective units in the nation. The Benton County Sheriff confirms tonight the remains found last weekend were those of missing woman Helen Cook. No foul play suspected here in Cook's death, and the case is now closed. You may recall the 72-year-old suffered from Alzheimer's and had walked away from her family's lake property about a month ago. Sheriff's offices across the state prepared to take over the concealed carry permit process as part of Senate Bill 75, which Governor Nixon signed into law. Sheriffs will take over the duties once handled by the Department of Revenue. Sheriffs take over that process on August 28th. To learn more about the CCW process, look for this story on our website, ozarksfirst.com. In tonight's political coverage here at 10, Missouri's governor hopes his latest trip to the Ozarks builds support for his recent veto of a tax bill. Today, Jay Nixon visited Bolivar. He told a crowd there at Stevens Pharmacy that the bill would have caused a $200 million tax increase on prescription drugs. The governor also claims that the bill would allow people to seek refunds of previous taxes paid, which he says would lead to a budget shortfall. Republicans, though, disagree, and House Speaker Tim Jones even asked for the Missouri Attorney General to provide a legal opinion on the governor's claims that the bill would be a retroactive tax cut.
I believe Missouri taxpayers would be entitled to that money, and that the law is very, very clear that Missourians, if there are changes in the law, the benefit goes to the taxpayers, not to the government. And I respectfully disagree with the Speaker's position on that.
Republicans may try to override the governor's veto, which would lead to Missouri's first income tax cut in almost 100 years. Missouri Senator Roy Blunt believes tonight there's a way to control our gas prices. Today he was in Ozark to talk about his bill called the Gas Act. Blunt claims the proposal would simplify fuel blends and allow the Environmental Protection Agency to grant waivers so communities can use the fuel they have on hand.
We don't need to have any more of those blends than we absolutely have to have. It may be possible for a city to have a blend of gas that they need to meet the clean air standards, but every city doesn't have to have their own unique blend of gas.
Earlier this summer, gas prices, of course, were near $4 a gallon in Springfield, while surrounding areas were 50 to 60 cents cheaper. Blunt says that was due to a refinery shutdown that happened while it was changing from that winter fuel blend to the summer blend required by the Clean Air Act.
That's a lot of money.
She is talking about the cost to raise a child, the astronomical amount parents shell out from birth to age 18.
You're watching Color 10 News with David Oliver, Ashley Ketz, weather with Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner, and sports with Dan Lucy. This is Color 10 News at 10. Daybreak is alive with smiles on Color 10.
So cute. Kids, they're so excited, especially the little ones. You know,
oh, yes. Does an increase in temperatures mean an increase in crime?
Our reports may suggest so in Springfield tomorrow morning on Color 10 Daybreak.
Furniture Row's back-to-school sale is happening now. Great sale prices on a variety of items, and for limited time, get an HD TV, Xbox, or 7-inch tablet with qualifying purchase and get 0% interest. Furniture Row, home of Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
That was quick.
This was you. You've been trying to get me to eat egg whites for years. You went and talked to McDonald's?
Oh, an Egg White Delight McMuffin.
Oh, I knew it.
The new Egg White Delight McMuffin. Freshly grilled egg whites and creamy white cheddar. Also available on any of your favorites. It's another new way to love McDonald's.
This is good.
Yeah, it's better than good.
Do you remember my latte?
Oh, yeah. But it's in the car.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that pre-approval, like, right now. You can. Awesome.
At Commerce Bank, we work behind the scenes.
It's a rush.
On my way.
To help you get same-day approval on auto loans. So when you need a new car, we'll help you get one. Without the wait, without the hassle.
Wow, that was fast.
Get your auto loan now with rates as low as 3.60% at Commerce Bank.
Don Vance Auto Group is Missouri's newest full-line Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck store. Our upfront pricing both on the lot and online will save you time and money. Cruise in or click today and pick out your new Jeep during the summer clearance event. Selection, savings, and summer fun with your new Wrangler, Compass, Cherokee, or Patriot are waiting for you at Don Vance Auto Group in Marshfield.
It's Denver Mattresses back-to-school sale. These are the final days to save big on ready-for-school mattresses. Plus, get 0% interest for 2 years and an Xbox or tablet. Offer ends Thursday, August 22nd.
Denver Mattress, where you'll find sleep.
New at 10 tonight, parents spend 23% more money raising a child now than compared to 1960. That's according to a new report released today by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Middle-class parents of a baby born in 2012 will spend, get this, about $241,000 raising their child from birth to age 18. That's just for the basics.
It doesn't include college, which is almost mandatory nowadays. I mean, so it kind of makes me, like, you know, really wonder, like, that's a lot of money.
Housing is the largest expense for families, but child care costs and education costs, too, have increased as well, the most over the past couple of decades. Branson's Veterans Memorial Museum is officially closed now after decades of displaying war memorabilia. That museum shut down for good, and it plans to auction off all of its exhibits. The appraised value of the merchandise there is in the museum. It adds up to $20 million. Among the exhibits being sold is the world's largest war memorial bronze sculpture. Museum workers say they and the veterans who come to visit are sad to see it go.
We've had Veterans Week here for years, and there's always great events that are going on. I think it's going to be kind of sad to not have a museum here.
That auction, by the way, will take place next Wednesday at the Hilton Convention Center over there in Branson. Among the museum's merchandise are authentic rifles, uniforms, and the entire gift store inventory. And tomorrow night, downtown Springfield's going to light up thanks to a new sign. The old Barth's building has a redesigned version of the famous sign with some flames on it. The old sign came down in January. The lighting ceremony begins tomorrow night at 9 o'clock there on the square. It should be a great night tomorrow night to get out there and watch the sign being lit up, Jamie.
That's right. We're seeing a string of great evenings and nights across the Ozarks. Getting cool out there right now, and we're going into the 50s tonight, and we're going to see more of that heading into the weekend. But we have some changes. We'll talk about those changes. We'll take a look at the tropics. Something may be brewing down in the Western Caribbean. That's all coming up.
Tea's Redneck Steakhouse and Distillery in Lebanon brews a moonshine that is uncommonly smooth, dangerously delicious, and incredibly blendable. Changing minds about moonshine one shot at a time. Tea's Redneck Steakhouse. Get your shine on at Tea's.
Did you know Names and Numbers Yellow Page Advertising offers a 14-to-1 average return on investment? That's the power of Yellow and why businesses advertise in the local Names and Numbers phone book.
Hands down, Names and Numbers is the phone directory that I would recommend to all.
Let your fingers do the walking and advertise your business in Names and Numbers today.
Names and Numbers. It's your 5-star phone book.
The new Subway $4 lunch is for everyone. It's for value seekers, for spicy Italian lovers, for veggie eaters, for those who drink it all in. The new $4 lunch, a 6-inch sub and 21-ounce drink. Tons to choose from. All day, every day. Subway. Eat fresh.
Color 10 News is sponsored in part by Buffalo Run Casino. Here are your current Ozarks lake levels.
P. Graham Dunn is home to the finest handcrafted Amish furniture. Built with old world craftsmanship with each piece made just for you. See for yourself today at P. Graham Dunn, 3500 North Gretna Road in the Branson Mills Shopping Center.
The sky's the limit with MyBlue checking from Arvest Bank. With MyBlue, you'll sleep better at night knowing your checking account helps safeguard you and your family against identity theft, covering all types of identity fraud events, financial or otherwise, anywhere in the world. You'll be able to deposit a check to MyBlue just by using your smartphone, and you'll have the freedom of more branches and more hours. Have higher expectations about banking? Make the switch to MyBlue checking, only from Arvest Bank.
Watch for weather on the 10s with weather expert Chris Smith on Color 10 News this morning with Shannon Miller and Rob Evans. Count on weather on the 10s. Weekdays 5 to 7 on Color 10 News this morning in high definition. Weather expert Chris Smith and his 3-degree guarantee. Weekday mornings on Color 10 News. Your chance to win prizes every day and a major prize if Chris Smith's temperature forecast is off by more than 3 degrees from the official temperature. Register now on ozarksfirst.com. Then watch for results of Chris Smith's 3-degree guarantee. Weekday mornings at 5:40 and 6:40 on Color 10 News. Sponsored by Village Inn and Car-Fi. Color 10 News is brought to you in part by Don Vance Auto Group in Marshfield. And now weather with Color 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner.
Well, gorgeous weather, and we'll start things off with a look at a gorgeous photo. This sent in by Bill Hulsebus. He had a photo from yesterday evening sunset. Well, this is this evening's sunset. Gorgeous out there. Skies were clear as the sun was setting, and here's what we've got going on right now across our neck of the woods. A whole lot of nothing. Boy, did it get quiet all of a sudden, and it's going to stay that way right through this upcoming weekend. Now, that front that we saw hanging around our area much of last week is now located along the Gulf Coast, with it a few showers and thunderstorms. Behind that front, that's where things are really nice. Clear and quiet here in the Ozarks this evening. We got high pressure located to our northeast up near Chicago. That's where it's centered, and it's continuing to feed in winds out of the east and northeast, and that's feeding in feel-good air, mild temperatures, and low humidity. And that pattern is not going to change all the way through this weekend. So if you really like the mild and comfortable weather that we've seen today, then you're going to like the forecast through this upcoming weekend. Now, we do have a couple of disturbances which are going to be dropping in out of the northwest over the next couple of days. This one arrives tomorrow. This one back here in eastern Montana arrives on Friday. But there's no moisture to work with. You know, last week we were in this pattern where these disturbances were coming through, and there was lots of moisture in the atmosphere to squeeze out. Well, the atmosphere has dried out this week. The moisture has been pushed to the south and southeast. So when these disturbances move through, I think they're mainly just going to be cloud makers. Maybe a few light showers on Friday, and that's a big maybe. Let's take you hour by hour. Quiet across the eastern U.S., quiet across our area as we work through the night tonight, generally clear. Now, during the day on Thursday, we will have clouds trying to increase from the northwest as that first disturbance moves through. I think the clouds will be thickest north of I-44 and thinnest south of I-44. And then overnight Thursday night into Friday, as the next disturbance moves in, we'll continue to find partly cloudy skies. I think there'll be a tendency for the clouds to thin out, though, as we work through Friday afternoon. And then as we get into the weekend, it looks like mostly sunny conditions. Down to our south in the western Caribbean, an area to watch. We saw a big blow-up in thunderstorm activity. Looks like we've got an area of low pressure located right there. Where does it go? Will it develop? Well, the National Hurricane Center putting it odds at about 60% that this will develop into a tropical depression. If it does organize, it looks like it will probably get drawn to the north eventually and head towards either Mississippi, Alabama, or the Florida Panhandle. I don't think it would get terribly strong, but it would be a big rainmaker in areas that have seen a lot of rain over the last several months. So obviously a flooding concern there. Some of the model guidance is indicating that it could actually track more toward the west. I think that would happen if it stays relatively weak, and then it may try to organize in the western Gulf of Mexico and impact maybe northern Mexico or southern Texas. But right now I would lean towards probably some heavy rains moving into the southeast this upcoming weekend. So if you've got travel plans down there, kind of watch the weather here over the next few days as we approach the weekend. Tonight, clear and quiet out there. Temperatures dropping into the 50s, 55 in Springfield. The coolest readings, though, will be to our north and east. It looks like a low tonight in Raleigh of about 53. Salem in the low 50s, 52 in Eminence, 53 in West Plains. Tomorrow, gorgeous. We'll see a mostly sunny to partly cloudy day. Again, the thicker cloud cover will tend to be further north. 76 in Lake Ozark, 77 in Springfield, and 78 in Harrison. Hard to believe that it's August. And it looks like that kind of weather will last through Friday. Saturday, Sunday, we'll see a slow warming trend, but really not much in the way of humidity. And then next week, temperatures get close to where they should be for this time of the year by Wednesday, and we'll notice the humidity levels coming up as well. What you'll also see in that 7-day forecast is very little, if any, in the way of rainfall. And that's exactly what we needed to see happen after all of the rain over the last several weeks.
It was 64 when I was driving back tonight, and it felt like fall. It feels like fall.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to stick around, too.
Need the sweater. All right. Thanks, Jamie.
All right.
High fly ball, center field. Jay back, and it's 1-0.
Well, the Pirates are making St. Louis walk the plank tonight. Dan Lucy is coming up with sports highlights from Busch and Chiefs news next.
Join the Color 10 Reliable Imports at Chestnut and 65 Viewers Club for your chance to win up to $400 in gas cards every weeknight at 6 and 10.
Tonight's winning number is
135591.
If this is your number, you must call 862-1010 between 8 and 5 tomorrow to claim your cash.
Texas Toast Breakfast Sandwich. Back at Hardee's.
The Ordinary Men's stores think it's all a game. They overprice their suits and sport coats, then offer you a limited time deal on all of them. Buy one, get several free. Are you kidding me? At Men's Suit Mart and Men's Big and Tall Mart, we don't play games. There's always a great selection of brand name clothing and sportswear that begins the season where it ends the season at the lowest possible prices. Clothing by Austin Reed, Henry Grethel, Cutter & Buck, Forsyth of Canada, and Lord Daniel. Men's Suit Mart and Men's Big and Tall Mart. 2 stores, 1 location, Brentwood Shopping Center, Springfield.
Men's Suit Mart.
There's a reason folks keep coming back to Casey's. Maybe it's the fact that we're always right on your way. Or maybe, just maybe, It's simply because we remind so many people of home. This month at Casey's General Store, get any large made-from-scratch specialty pizza for only $13.99. And while you're there, try our new pastas. Casey's, famous for hot summer deals.
Here's a look at stock quotes of local interest. Color 10 News will continue in a moment.
Martin's Floral and Home Decor has wonderful everyday decor for your home or business, starting with beautiful silk floral arrangements and greenery. Martin's also has a great selection of one-of-a-kind home decor. Martin's Floral and Home Decor for holiday and everyday.
Beautiful home remodeling starts from the floor up. Classic Wood Floor specializes in wood flooring. Our parent company, Smith Flooring, has manufactured wood flooring here in the Ozarks for 63 years. Get your remodeling job started right with beautiful flooring from the best at Classic Wood Floors.
Hi, folks. Roger here with Tri-Lakes Ford Chrysler.
Ooh, Roger, what you doing?
Tri-Lake K. I'm trying to tell folks about our new website.
A website? Do you even know how to use a computer?
Yep. Got a smartphone, too. For sale. One obnoxious, interrupting dog, not housebroken.
Take the easy drive down 65 and make Tri-Lake A
happy, happy, happy.
Come see us at Tri-Lakes Ford Chrysler, where we've got more deals than you can shake a stick at.
And now, Color 10 Sports with Dan Lucy.
The St. Louis Cardinals had never won a game after trailing in the 8th inning all season long. That is until last night when the Cardinals rallied to beat first-place Pittsburgh in 14 innings. The victory moving St. Louis to within 2 games of the Pirates in the National League Central. Cincinnati only 3 back going into the action tonight because they won this afternoon. Shelby Miller pitching after getting hit in the elbow the last time out. And he got roughed up in the second. Pedro Alvarez would lead off the inning with his drive to center. Over the boards and gone, a solo shot to make it 1-0 Pittsburgh. Then one batter later, Garrett Jones would launch this rocket to right. It's his 11th home run of the season, and that quickly it was 2-0 Buccos. And then Pittsburgh would add to that lead in the 4th inning. Tony Sanchez would single to left. Neil Walker comes in to score, and it was a 3-0 lead. Then with 2 outs in that 4th inning, last night's GOAT, Starling Marte, would single to left. Jones and Sanchez both scored to make it 5-0. That's all the Pirates would need. They would go on to win 5-1. So the Cardinals are now 68-51, and they will wrap up this series tomorrow afternoon at Busch Stadium. The Springfield Cardinals continue this series in Frisco tonight, and the Rough Riders beat Springfield 6-1. Frisco pitcher Luke Jackson shut out the Cardinals through his 5 innings of work. He picked up his first AA victory. Springfield will wrap up the series tomorrow night down in Texas. The Kansas City Royals wrapped up a long 10-game homestand this afternoon against Miami. The Royals looking to bounce back from last night's extra inning loss to take the series. It was 1-0 Royals 4th inning when Justin Ruggiano would single to center. Adanius Echeverria comes in to score to make it a 1-1 game. It was 2-1 Royals 7th inning when Donovan Solano, Springfield class of 2011, grounds this one out to second. Corey Hill comes in to score, and we are tied at 2. Marlins led this one 5-2, bottom of the ninth, 2 on, 2 outs for Alex Gordon, and Steve Chizik would strike him out swinging. Marlins win 5-2. Kansas City Chiefs held their last full practice at Missouri Western in St. Joe. The team will break camp tomorrow, return to Arrowhead facility for the rest of the season. KOLR 10's Nick Carboni is in St. Joseph and files this report.
Camp is officially closed to media and fans tomorrow, but the Chiefs will actually hold a light workout here in St. Joseph on the campus of Missouri Western. And the weather today has been beautiful, as it has most of training camp. And the outlook on running back Jamaal Charles is also sunny. Charles, of course, sent Chiefs Nation into a frenzy, injuring his foot on Monday, but he did come to practice today. He did not, however, participate in 11-on-11 drills. He instead stretched off to the side, never actually wore a helmet, and did some hill climbs on the big hill here on campus. Coach Andy Reid said Charles could have gone today, but the team wanted to be careful.
Just not quite there yet, but he's making progress. He feels a lot better, and I guess if it was push to shove, he probably could have gone today, but precautionary measures, we kept him out, and we'll just see how he does here in the next couple days. I haven't determined anything whether he'll play or not play, so we'll take it day by day. If he can play, he'll play. If not, then he won't.
So Reed's still not sure if Charles will be able to play on Friday when the defending NFC champion San Francisco 49ers come to Arrowhead Stadium. You can, of course, catch the game on KOZL at 7. And don't forget, KC Blitz will be live from Arrowhead Stadium starting at 6:30. With the Chiefs in St. Joseph, I'm Nick Carboni.
Brent Elam's Evangel football team hit the practice field for the first time this season. It'll be Elam's 4th year at Evangel, and he's turned the Crusaders around. Evangel's ranked 22nd in the nation going into the season. Elam says it means people are taking notice of the program. Last year, David, they were 7-4, and so we'll see what they can do this year, adding on to that. KC Blitz, Friday night, 6:30. Nick's going to be up at Arrowhead. We'll be down here putting the final touches on it right now.
It's going to be a half-hour show leading up to the first preseason game.
Second preseason game.
The first one at
Arrowhead. Right.
There you go. All right. Thanks a lot, Dan. Final word after you see this.
Furniture Row's back-to-school sale is happening now. Great sale prices on a variety of items, and for a limited time, get an HDTV, Xbox, or 7-inch tablet with qualifying purchase and get 0% interest. Furniture Row, home of Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
At U.S. Automotive, we believe that getting your car serviced should be convenient. That's why when you go to usautomotiveinc.com, you'll find all of our services right at your fingertips, from oil changes to complete engine or transmission replacement. You can find the location that is most convenient for you and make your appointment online. Or find the phone number and give us a call. And all locations provide our convenient shuttle service. That's U.S. Automotive at usautomotiveinc.com.
Hey, better. Be the next player on deck for Downstream Casino Resorts. Just swinging. Round the bases Sundays in August and win up to $1,900 in cash and Q-Play. You may also be eligible to knock it out of the park and win $25,000 cash on August 25th. Hit a grand slam this August when you play Just Swingin'. Sundays at Downstream Casino Resort, where winning comes naturally. Play ball!
It's Denver Mattresses back-to-school sale. These are the final days to save big on ready-for-school mattresses. Plus, get 0% interest for 2 years and an Xbox or tablet. Offer ends Thursday, August 22nd.
Denver Mattress, where you find sleep.
Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. News will continue in a moment.
When you're looking for a hard-working utility vehicle, one really stands out. Honda's Big Red, now on sale at Honda of the Ozarks in Springfield. Honda's Big Red has a rugged auto-style transmission, no belts, a powerful fuel-injected engine with all the reliability Honda is known for, and Big Red can tow or load up to 1,000 pounds in its handy cargo bed. Right now, get a Big Red for just $99.99 and save over $2,000. Honda of the Ozarks has them now, so get your Big Red at Honda of the Ozarks, I-44 at Glenstone, or HondaoftheOzarks.com.
Back to school is just around the corner. And from backpacks to clothes to shoes and more, when you send them back with Academy Sports and Outdoors, you'll send them back with fun. Right now, Academy Sports and Outdoors has 200 styles of backpacks under $30 and 200 of the latest shoe styles for under $40. And if you do find a lower price, we'll match it.
Don't stop the low price every day.
Come one and all to Landon's Legacy Wildfire Awareness Carnival at Wild Animal Safari Saturday, September 7th from 1 to 6, benefiting families fighting childhood cancer with Amberg inflatables, rides, games, food, drinks, and more. Wildfire Awareness ticket and event info at landonslegacy.org or Team Landon on Facebook.
Do your dentures cause problems when you eat or talk? Harrison Dentures and Dental Services has the solution. Dental implants allow you to snap your dentures in for a more secure fit, and our fees are among the most affordable you will find. Call us today. You can afford a great smile at Harrison Dentures and Dental Services.
We hope all the kids are resting well and had a good first day back.
They better be in bed. It's after 10:30.
Well, yeah, I bet the moms and dads are in bed, too. Who's
Maybe
watching
so.
right now? We don't even know, but the weather's been great, Daniel.
Weather's been great. It's going to be a cool start for the kids in the morning, or maybe even the big kids getting ready for work in the morning. You might need a light jacket. It'll warm to about 77 for high, so picture perfect there. Another one on Friday. Then it's the weekend, and we've got some great weather for the outdoors then as well.
Quick final thought?
Been a long time since I sent a kid to school.
Yours is in college.
Lost.
You're almost done paying them bills, Dan. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.